Danny, 4th annual back to school barbershop event. What does this mean to you going to the 4th year?
Oh, I feel it's great, man. At the end of the day, this was all about. It's all about giving back to the community. It's a great feeling, man, just to put a smile on these kids' faces. They get a backpack, get a haircut, and that's what it's all about. Like I said, man, I see a lot of celebrities flashing money, flashing jewelry, flashing cars, but I don't see them giving back to their community. I do both. I mean, I shine and give back.
Yeah, at one point, you know, you was like the little kids that nobody was giving back to the community. So, you know, in 10 to 5 years, where do you see other stars such as Brandon and everybody else?
I think it's very important to give back to your community, no matter how big you are. Because at the end of the day, you always got to come back. You always got to come back to see family. You always got to come back to see friends, you know. So I think it's important, you know, to give back. And like I said, I do all this out of my own pocket. This is not funded by nobody. Like, there's no sponsors behind the door giving me money to give back to the community. You see, I don't got nobody's name on the banner. That's straight DSG. So everything I do is from the kind of my heart and it's out my pocket. You know, I don't ask nobody for no favors. I'm doing this because I want to do it, and it makes me feel good to give back to the community.
Could we possibly see an event in Florida, knowing that you just recently bought a house there?
Yeah, definitely. I did a couple meet and greets in Florida. I did it Sunrise, Florida. That area. I got a friend out there. He owns like all the Dunkin' Donuts. So I always get back and do meet and greets over there. But I'll definitely do something out there one day.
Can you give us your thoughts about Shawn Porter? I don't know if you saw it on Instagram. I know you commented actually.
Yeah.
He was laughing. You know, what do you think about that really? And do you see yourself fighting Shawn Porter maybe the early 2018?
I think it's a possible fight, but a lot of these fighters just say my name and they go fight somebody else. Like, they try to stir up the media. Like, you see, like, he said that he want to fight Garcia, and then he announces another fight. You feel me? So he already knew he was gonna fight somebody, but he tried to use my name to get people to bring light to him. But that's just how it's been. Like I said, they want to fight me, let's do it. Send the contract. I'll fight anybody. It is what it is. I know I'm the best. You feel me? It's just a matter of time before I come back and get what's mine.
One of the fighters that were open and fighting you was Brandon Rios. Can you give us an update about that? Are you open possibly this fall?
Yeah, definitely. I'm ready. I should be back in December. I took a couple time off to let my body heal, let my mind rest. I feel good. I'm hungry than ever. And like I said, if you want that fight, let's make it happen.
How did you see the show between Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor?
Robbed the bank. Man, just what he said, bank robbers. Like that. I'm happy for Floyd. You feel me? I'm happy for him. Like, you know, he's 40 years old. He hasn't fought in 2 years. And he's blessed enough to do whatever he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Every fighter can't do, any fighter can't pick and choose the way he does it. Conor McGregor is a big fighter in MMA. The press conference, you know, led to a big fight. They made the fans believe that it was gonna be a great fight. And one thing I say, you know, I give Floyd a lot of credit because he did what he said he was gonna do. He's gonna go in there and knock him out. And, you know, a lot of fighters say they're gonna knock somebody out and don't come and run like my fight, you feel me?
At one point, you was a candidate to first Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself calling him out next year, knowing that Floyd already retired, what, 3 to 4 times? You know, can he possibly get out of retirement and challenge you?
I think, you know, after I beat Matisse, a lot of people thought I was gonna fight Floyd. So this fight, the fight's been 4 years, but I doubt if Floyd gonna fight any young champion. You know, he's a gifted fighter. He's a great fighter, but I think Floyd's done. But would I like to fight Floyd? Of course.
So Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, how different is it going to be the second time around?
It's going to be a lot different. I did a lot of great things that fight. Not to take nothing away from I did a lot. Defensively, I think that was one of my best performances. He wasn't really much doing nothing, to be honest with you. He started strong the first 3 or 4 rounds, but after that he was just moving. And I guess that's what the judges like these days. They don't give enough credit to aggressive fighters no more.
How sharp was his power? Do you think it hurt you?
Nah, it wasn't. Nah, not at all. Matisse is definitely the stronger. Like Zab felt stronger than Keith, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Like Zab. Yeah, like I felt Zab's power more than Keith Thurman's power. So, but Matisse is definitely the hardest punch I ever faced in boxing by far. Like, I can't even compare nobody's power to the way his power was.
Erickson the Hammer Lubin versus Jermell Charlo. Who do you got in that fight?
I think that's a good fight. It surprised me a little bit that he took the fight this soon because he's never been tested yet. So that's like the key. But he's young, he's hungry. He's young, he's hungry, so he got something to prove. He wants to be world champion. But the only question is he ready? Because he has never been tested. I mean, a lot of prospects think they're ready, but when they get hit, you feel me, it's a whole different story. So, you know, I think it's a great matchup, though. Two young, talented fighters going for the gold.
What about Lomachenko versus Garcia Rigondeaux December night, according to a lot of sources?
It's done?
It's supposed it's gonna be done.
I like Rigondeaux, man. That's one of my. I like him. You feel me? I like him. I like the way he fights.
Even though he moves up 2 weight divisions to meet with Lomachenko, if it happens.
I mean, it's tough because he is naturally a small guy. I seen him before. He's small. He's small. He has the skill. He believes he can do it. Then he can do it. I mean, I don't doubt no fighters. I think that's the only worry for him is that he move up in weight.
Danny, there is an upcoming fight on September 16. What are your thoughts about the fight that is going to be Triple G against Canelo?
I think it's going to be a great fight, but I think it's going to end in a draw. I don't know why.
Oh, wow.
I think it's going to end in a draw because, you know, Canelo has the more star power. Triple G's the naturally bigger guy. But if I was to bet on somebody, I'd like to see Canelo win, but if I had to bet on somebody, it'd probably be Triple G because he's a bigger guy, naturally bigger guy in that weight class.
There is another upcoming fight on the same day, September 16, that is going to take place on the UK, which it is Billy Monroe against Billy Joe Saunders. Who you think is going to win in this fight?
That's a good fight. That's an even matchup. I believe the two southpaws. I don't know, man. I never really seen too much of them guys fight. I just know that's a good matchup, and they're two southpaws, and that's about it.
Danny, what's the future of DSG as far as your fighters and what you're pushing for the future?
Right now, we're just, you know,